Hi, I'm Ricky. Today we're on the 25th episode of the Anderson series, and in this episode we'll take a look on how to implement URLs to our game. We'll use URLs to open websites and to open the Play Store. This way you can invite the player to leave a review to your game in the Play Store or send him to the game's wiki. This series is based on a video game that I've already made and published called BoatVenture. If you want to know how this finished product will look like, do check it out, link in the description. It's free for all Android devices 9+ on the Play Store. We'll start by making a UI, something very simple. You can see how I do it in detail, link in the description. Alright, so we got our URLs menu going. I just made another menu, much like the others. This one looks a lot like the shop. And for now the buttons don't do anything, of course. Now we are just gonna script them to actually visit the pages that we want to. So let's close this. In the shop manager, let's make a new script, and I'm gonna call it URLs manager. In here, let's make 3 separate functions, one to open the Play Store, one to open our YouTube channel, and one to open the game's wiki. The reason why we use different functions instead of using values, it's because URLs don't change ever. So there's no reason to save URLs as a string somewhere and then use it again later. The actual function that we use to call a web page is called Application.OpenURL, and we're gonna start with the Open YouTube channel function. In here we just need to tell as a string the URL that we want to visit. So like that. Do note that OpenURL is a function that depends on the system's permissions. So if your phone doesn't give permission to visit web pages, then it won't work. Unless you're trying to open local files or some malevolent viruses websites. Unless you're trying to do that, then you don't have to worry. So we can do the exact same for Open Game Wiki. So I'm gonna steal this and change the URL like that. By the way, this is the actual wiki of my game, BoatVenture. It's only in Italian for now, but you know, if you want to check it out, do check it out. And for the Play Store, it's a bit different because it's not really a web page. We're opening an application on the phone. Application.OpenURL is very powerful, so it lets you open certain applications on your phone. In our case, we still use the same function, but to actually open the Play Store and not the website of the Play Store, we use this string right here. Finally, we have to specify which application we want to visit in the Play Store. In our case, we want to visit our application, so we just need to give the string or application's identifier as a string. To get our application's identifier, it's really simple. Unity gives us with a simple value, and that's it. The only thing though, we don't have our application on the Play Store right now, so this function won't work. It will open the Play Store, it will search for an application with our identifier, but because we don't have an identifier right now, we don't have the application on the Play Store, nothing will happen. Do trust me, if you're gonna publish this application on the Play Store, this function is gonna work. I know because I've used it too in my game. Alright, but enough chit-chatting, let's go back to Unity. Also, you can download this sprite and all of the sprites in the previous episode, link in the description. It's all for free and you are free to use them however you want. Alright, now let's just open the URLs menu and let's link for each button or the right function. Alright, and another thing, this function, Application.OpenURL, works on both PC and mobile phones. So if I try and test it right here, right now, you can see that I can open this and it redirects me to my wiki page. And if I press the YouTube channel one, it opens a new tab for YouTube. If I try to open the Play Store with this button though, it won't work because it's trying to look for the Play Store application on the phone, and we don't have that here, so it won't work. But if you run it on the phone, it will open the Play Store and it's gonna tell you that this application that you're looking for doesn't exist. And that's it. Alright, so that's it for this episode. I hope you have learned something new. If you have any doubts about the code or any suggestion about the next topic that you'd like to see, do tell me in the comments. And if you like this content and you want more, please like and subscribe. Alright, and I'll see you in the next video.